All right, now let's take a look at objects. So once again, I'm going to use the const keyword to define a variable, well, more accurately, a constant, and set it to an object. So as you know, objects in JavaScript are collections of key value pairs. So I'm going to add a couple of key value pairs here. The first one is name, which was set to a string, and the second is walk, which was set to a function. Now, in object-oriented programming terms, if we have a function inside of an object, we refer to that function as a method. So here we say walk is a method in the person object. Now, starting from ES6, there is a cleaner and simpler syntax to define a method in an object. So let's add another method here. I'm going to call this talk. Now here we don't need to add a colon and the function keyword. We can define it like this. So basically, we drop the colon and the function keyword, and here's the result. So here we have a person object with 3 members, 1 property, and 2 methods. There are 2 ways to access these members. We can use the dot notation, which you are probably familiar with. So dot, talk, or walk. We can also use the bracket notation. So person, we add square brackets, pass a string, and this string determines the name of the target member. So if you want to access the name property, we pass that here. And now we can reassign that to a different value. In terms of practicality, we use the bracket notation when we don't know ahead of time what property or method we're going to access. Let me show you what I mean. So I'm going to define a constant, call it target member, and set it to name. Imagine this target member is an input field on a form. Depending on what the user types in that input field, we're going to access a different property in this person object. That's when we use the bracket notation. So instead of hard coding name here, we pass target member. And once again, this could be an input field, so we could access the value property like this, and then dynamically access a property or a method in an object. If we know ahead of time what property or method we're going to access, we use the dot notation. So we write person.name, we set it to a different value. Next, we're going to look at the this keyword in JavaScript.